Two free baseball games for you tonight on Wednesday with analysis coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And let's look at the first game at 8 o'clock Eastern. It is the Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers. We had an easy best bet winner last night on the Texas Rangers for my clients at WagerTalk.com. 4-1 win over Colorado, and we will continue to fade Colorado again tonight. The Rockies are terrible, and that's not an understatement. On the season, they are now 7-35 straight up. To put that in perspective, that's half as many wins as any other team in Major League Baseball. Well, almost. The White Sox, who were god-awful last year, are 13 wins. Everybody else has 14 or 15 wins or more. And once again, the Rockies have half of that. That's how bad Colorado is. They always have a little bit of an edge at home in the thin air and altitudes. They tailor-make that lineup for the long ball park, and they are 5-16 at home. But when they're on the road, they've always been bad. They're even worse this year, 2-19 straight up away from home, and it's the offense. They have absolutely no offense whatsoever, averaging less than 2 runs a game on the road against left-handed starters, and that's what they'll face tonight in veteran Patrick Corbin. Now, Corbin is a guy that we have faded for years, but he's actually found a new life in Texas this season. The aging veteran who's been terrible the last few seasons with my Washington Nationals has found a new life. And let's put this in perspective. Look at some of these numbers. Over the previous 3 seasons, he'd given up the most hits in baseball in 2 of those 3 years. He gave up over 210 hits twice in 3 of those years. 3 of the previous 4 seasons, he gave up the most earned runs in all of baseball. So far this season, he's given up only 11 earned runs. He gave up 109 last year. And we're about a fifth of the way through the season. So he's on a pace to give up almost half as many earned runs this year when you factor it all in. Last year he gave up 208 hits, the most in baseball. He's given up only 32 so far. Once again, on a pace to give up a loss, about 25% less hits. So he is pitching better, and he should have no trouble shutting down a bad Colorado offense. In fact, the team total for the Rockies is 3.5. They're averaging about 2 runs a game on the road, less than 2 runs a game against lefties. I know Corbin's been very poor the last few seasons, but he is pitching better, and I feel like the betting markets haven't caught on. So I like Texas. We're not going to lay minus 230. Let's get it down on the run line like I did last night for my clients. Minus 1.5, minus 110. We're getting the Rangers at a pick-em price at minus 1.5, and don't let the extra 1.5 fool you. Of those 35 losses this year, Colorado has lost 30 of them by more than 2 runs or more. Once again, 30 of the Rockies' 35 losses have been by 2 runs or more. And one of the one-run defeats was on opening day. So their last 34 losses, 30 of them have been by 2 runs or more. So you're 30-4 with the 1.5, minus 1.5 run line the last 34 games when the Rockies lose outright. I think they lose again tonight. Take a look at the Rangers minus 1.5 run line. Could also maybe look at the Rocky team total under 3.5. Corbin, and by the way, Senzatella has been awful for the Rockies. He gives up as many hard hit balls as anyone in baseball. Bad pitcher there, so even if Corbin struggles a bit, he'll still be the better pitcher on the mound tonight at 8 Eastern. All right, that's your first game. We're also going to look at the late game here, Angels and Padres, in just a moment. But a quick reminder, 2 great all sports, all access specials right now for you going on at WagerTalk.com. 3 days for $49, all inclusive. It's every NBA playoff best bet, every Major League Baseball best bet that I release for 3 days and nights for just $49. Normally it's $69. You're getting an instant $20 discount for just $49 if you want to try a 3-day sampler. Or if you're ready to take that consistent investment approach that I talk about each and every day here in my videos and on all the live shows, now's the time to do it for several reasons. First of all, if you want to win in sports betting, you have to play consistently every day. I've won consistently for 29 years. I started in 1996. I do this daily for my career now for 4 decades. Every basketball, baseball, and football play that I am personally using, I release to my clients. I have one set of plays. If I have a game, my clients get it. I'm very selective, maybe 2 to 3 games per day on average, which means the best bets are very strong, very selective, and they do win. Now, if you'd like to try it a full year, right now, no promo code needed. You get an instant $811 discount because that gets it down to exactly $99 a month, just over $3 a day, and that's about $1 a play for every football, baseball, basketball, college, and pro best bet for the next 365 days and nights. But as an added bonus this week only, we're also including an additional 25% bonus coupon that you can use for any player package you want to buy for the next year as well. So once again, yes, lock into my best bets for the next year. But if you see a 5%er going from somebody else or a big player, a big week, you get a 25% discount on that instantly by being a client. So once again, this is a great offer. I know I always offer the promo code, but this week there's no promo code needed because we're including the additional 25% coupon. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to get on board, a true investment approach, take a true investment approach, now's the time with my 1-year all access. Last year I went over 133 units in all sports, #1 at WagerTalk.com. And last summer we already doubled our bankroll by the end of August. So this is a great time to get on board. Swept the board in baseball last night on Tuesday. We won the free play, won the best bet on the Rangers, as I mentioned. And we're looking to sweep the board again tonight on Wednesday. I've got 2 strong baseball best bets tonight and another bonus free play on my page right now. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. All right, let's look at the late game. Angels and Padres tonight at 9:40 Eastern. A little interleague action for you. And yes, San Diego has won a couple games in a row. Lost the game before. They won 6-4 last night against the Angels. They lost 9-5 the game before that. But they haven't hit the ball that well, and that is a little bit of a concern here. If you look at the hits, they've had very few hits in those games despite putting up some runs. In fact, San Diego's now had 6 hits and 5 hits in 2 of their last 3 games. They did have 9 in that game on Monday. Angels, meanwhile, 8 hits and 7 hits the 2 games in this series. So yes, the 14-10 runs, a little misleading, but it's still over or pass for me in this game. Padres 5 straight overs as they enter tonight. Angels have gone over in 7 of their last 9, including 3 straight. And it's not a fluke. The Angels have maybe the worst bullpen in all of baseball. Their numbers this year, especially on the road from the bullpen, have been atrocious. In fact, this season, overall bullpen numbers away from home, a 7.0 ERA and a 1.8 whip. San Diego has a much stronger bullpen, so once again, you might want to look Padre team total over 4.5 instead of the full game, but 8.5 is a nice number. Some of the sharper books have gone to 9 out there. So at 8.5, I do like the over between the Angels and Padres, and not only because the offenses have been putting up some runs, but because both starting pitchers are below average. Kyle Hendricks, one of the worst pitchers in baseball right now. The aging veteran does not have it anymore. 5.3 ERA this season, 5.9 ERA last year. His walks and strikeout ratio is terrible. 21 strikeouts, and in 35 innings, he has 15 walks. He has no power remaining. We saw it last year when he went just 4-12. 5.9 ERA, now a 5.3. The only reason I think he's still in the rotation is because he is a veteran, and I do not look for him to turn things around anytime soon. Randy Vasquez, meanwhile, has been better for San Diego, and that's another reason why I like the over 8.5, but you might want to take the Angels out of the equation, just have that bad starter, bad bullpen, and just look for the Padres over 4.5, because the Angels have never faced Vasquez for San Diego, so he might have a little bit of an edge tonight, but overall he's been very mediocre this season. And if you look at the Padres last year, they did face Kyle Hendricks once a year ago, and they lit him up. He gave up 9 hits and 7 runs in just 5 innings. So I do like the over 8.5, but I think it's going to be more the Padres that get the damage done with their team total over 4.5 tonight. That's your late game at 9:40 Eastern tonight on Wednesday. All right, a couple free plays for you in those 2 games tonight. Neither one made the best bet card, but I do have 2 strong baseball best bets for my clients, and I always post a bonus free play. Once again, very selective. 2 to 3 best bets on average, which means that last cut that's just a bit outside for making the best bet card is still pretty strong, and I put up as a free play. And once again, that free play tonight is a total for you in Major League Baseball, and that game is between the Royals and Astros. So once again, a free play in that Royals-Astros game at 8 Eastern is on my page right now, along with 2 Wednesday night MLB best bets for my personal clients. You can get them each for $25, so it'd be $50 to get the 2 games tonight. Or how about a 3-day for just $49? It's cheaper to get 3 days than it is to get the 2 plays tonight. So if you want to try out tonight, or if you want to try a sampler, the 3 days for $49 is a great entry-level product. But if you're ready to take that true investment approach, now's the time to get the 1-year all access, because not only do you save over $800 instantly, but you get the bonus 25% coupon as well. No promo codes needed. Full details on my site, my page on WagerTalk.com right now. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get to my page quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Finding these free play videos useful, thumbs up, like, comment below. I do truly read the comments. I reply back. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell as well for instant alerts. And I'm doing every NBA playoff game every day. We'll continue to do so. I've got both of your NBA playoff games tonight for free on a video here. We've got Knicks, Celtics, and also Warriors, Timberwolves here. Free play videos in the NBA each and every day, and a lot of baseball content now as well. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell for an instant alert. Thumbs up, like, positive comments below, because I read the comments. I reply back. And follow me on social media as well at Steve Merril. 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV, because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.